Hey guys, welcome to day number 2. We are going live this week with tips for work-life balance for work-at-home moms. I felt like this was something that I could help other work-at-home moms with since I have been a work-at-home mom myself for 12 years and through a whole bunch of different industries and throughout my children's entire lives. So every stage we've done infancy, toddlerhood, up until now. And I will talk a little bit more about that. I want to give everybody just a minute to jump on. I think I was just about a minute early, so I'm going to go ahead and check my phone here and see if I can see who's coming on. Hope you're all doing well. Let me know when you get on so I can say hi. I have had the most awesome morning. I got up early and got some work done and worked out, had a little short, quick PIO workout in my living room while my kids were still sleeping, and got a little cleaning done, and then I had a friend come over for a coffee date, and it was so much fun, so nice to chat and just connect with another mom. And I actually baked some muffins from my cookbook. In case you didn't know, I have a it's called the Family Table Cookbook. It's a whole grain baking book, and so I made some cranberry orange sweet potato muffins to share, and she brought over some homemade Indian cardamom bread. It was delicious, and she left the rest of the loaf here for us, and I'm gonna have to fight my kids for it. It was so good. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I hope that everyone can hear and see me okay, and I'm just gonna dig in. So, in case you don't know me, I'm Leah Borski of Leah Borski Wellness, and I'm a self-care and stress management coach and a nutrition author, and I help ambitious moms feel more energy, harmony, and relief in our hectic lives. So, as I mentioned earlier, in case you missed it, I have been a work-at-home mom for 12 years. I started when I was pregnant with my son, my first baby, and worked as a medical transcriptionist for 7 years, all through his babyhood and toddlerhood and early elementary school, and have my daughter. So I have 2 kiddos, and now we are finishing up our 2nd year of homeschooling with those 2. And so I've kind of approached this whole work-at-home mom thing from a whole bunch of different angles, and I hope that my different takes on it and my different experiences and perspectives can help a broad range of moms who might be feeling frustrated or guilty or just overwhelmed with trying to be a full-time mom and have a career at the same time. So if that's you, you're in the right place, and I'm happy to have you here, and I hope that you'll take away some nuggets that help you today. So let's see, let me look at, what am I talking about today? I'm so happy with my coffee date and everything. I need to just get a little centered here. Okay. So, yesterday we talked about, oh my God, you guys, my mind is so blank. I am so sorry. I'm not going to talk about yesterday. There's a video live recording from yesterday, and I would love for you to check it out. I'm just going to go on with what I have for today. So our topic today is delegate. So, oh, now I remember. Yesterday was don't let your kids get bored. So today is delegate. Have your kids help where they can. Have your husband help where he can if you have a partner who is willing and able to do that. as I mentioned yesterday, my kids have a half-hour block every day dedicated to their chores. So my kids are 11 and 7 years old, and so they have some tasks that are the same, like making their beds and cleaning their rooms, and taking care of the pets. And then they each have a little bit different ones based on their maturity level. So they both help in the kitchen, like with dishes and food prep and things like that. And I want to mention that healthy food prep is a big deal for me. It's something that I will talk a lot about during our time together this week, because I definitely use food and nutrition as a key tool for boosting our energy and helping us manage our stress as busy moms. So I want you to keep that in mind, and I will be sharing my daily healthy snack at the end of this live, so stay tuned for that because I want you to benefit from that too. So let's see. So I mentioned I have a chore list actually that I keep for my kids. I'll show you what that looks like. So this is my son's. I wish I could figure out how to make this not backwards. Anyways, so I keep this actually inside of a plastic sheet protector so that I can just print one and we use it week by week. They fill it in and then they get their allowance and then we wipe it off and we start over the next week. But they know that this needs to be done. This is, he has a couple things on here that he does once a week. And then the top things he does are every day, and he knows that that's his responsibility to take care of that in the morning. And while they're doing their chores, I'm either doing my chores or I'm getting my workout in if I didn't before they woke up, like I did today, or I'm working. I always have something, a half hour's worth of something to plug into that time while they're doing that, and they know what they're doing, so I don't have to supervise or assist them usually, very rarely. And so besides the kids' chore sheets, I also have a sheet for myself. I found, especially when I first started out homeschooling, that I would get really flustered and my husband would want to help, and it would take me longer to figure out what to even have him do than to just, you know, barrel through and do whatever I could do on my own. So I finally figured out that if he's willing and offering to help me, I should be letting him. And I had to really let go of the idea that I had in my mind that I'm the only one that can do it right, or it has to be done a certain way. I have a very perfectionistic and controlling nature. There's my confession for the day. But if that's the case for you too, because I know I'm not alone in that, there's so much pressure that just goes away when you are able to let go of that and just allow the help, ask for the help. If someone's offering it, take the help as much as you can. You're doing enough. You're doing so much already. You deserve to get a break every now and then and just to let go of some of that anxiety and pressure that comes on us when we're in charge of everything. You know what I mean? So I broke my sheet down into chunks. So I have my daily tasks that I do every single day, and I just check it off as I go. I have weekly tasks, which is more like housekeeping type stuff that has to be done once or twice a week versus every day. And then I have things that are just monthly. I have it broken down monthly below, and then quarterly. So I have just a couple of things that I have to do like every 3 months. I don't want to forget about it, so I keep that on here and I check it off as I go. I also have this one in a plastic sheet protector, so I don't have to print this out every day. I keep this same thing up. I stick it on my fridge, and I use, oh, I don't have it right here, but I have little dry erase markers with the magnet on them. I stick that right on the fridge. So it's right there. I'm always in the kitchen, like all the time. So it's right there and I can't forget. And then when my husband comes home from work or on the weekends and I'm busy doing whatever, or he asks me, what can I do for you? Or I tell him, like, I'm freaking out right now. Can you please help me do something? Like, can you do something? Then we both know exactly what's already been done, what's left that still needs doing, and he can just pick something. And I tell him, I don't even care. I don't care what you do, just do something. 1 or 2 things, just help me get that checklist done. And I know that some people really freak out about checklists or to-do lists, because it makes you feel like that at the end of the day, if everything's not checked off, that you failed or you didn't do a good enough job. I used to feel that way too, and I really just had to switch my mind around and realize that it's okay if I don't get to everything that's on there, but the purpose of the list is so that I don't have to constantly check in with myself. Okay, what still needs to be done? What have I done so far? What do I need to do once a week? When's the last time that I actually did vacuum the carpet? Like all that kind of stuff. It's right there and I don't have to think about it, and that saves me so much time and energy just with being able to focus my mind and attention on the task in front of me and not having to worry and think about that whole thing. So it helps me let go of some of the overwhelm, and it also makes it so I'm not the only one that's doing everything, which I already mentioned. Okay, so what I will do as I'm going through that checklist is I will fit it in around my framework that I talked about yesterday. So yesterday I talked about having my work time in the morning before my kids wake up, and then I'll have like a chunk of time in the afternoon where they're doing their own thing. And so I have those like solid pieces in place. That's my framework. So I squeeze in these other tasks around that, wherever they fit, whatever I have time to do right now. If I have, 15 minutes free, or I know like, okay, we got to leave by this time to do whatever, I got 20 minutes, what can I get done? And I'll just zip through something and I check it off and then we go. So it keeps it very flexible, but it also keeps me on task so I'm not forgetting things. Let's see. So I already talked about delegating to my husband. So yeah, that's like my big tip for today. I hope that you find that helpful. If you have questions, please type them in the comments below. And I also want to let you know about a workshop that I have coming up. It starts on June 19th. It's 7 days to less stress and more energy workshop. And basically, it's perfect for work-at-home moms who feel stressed or frustrated or guilty or having a hard time finding the balance, or like all the pieces that you need to fit in, but you can't figure out quite how to put them together to make it all work, or you're feeling overwhelmed or you're feeling guilty because when you're working you feel like you should be with your kids, and when you're with your kids you feel like you should be working, and in the middle of all that you are feeling neglected and not taken care of and not getting your own wellness and self-care needs met. This workshop I designed specifically for you, and for me. I needed it too, and I figured out over my 12 years as a work-at-home mom a lot of things that I tried and they helped me a lot. A lot of things I tried and didn't work at all for us, and I really developed this workshop to make it so that no matter what your learning style or preference as far as checklists or not, or, you know, super stringent schedules or super flexible, that you could build your own personalized framework, plug all the pieces in and get it all done and feel less stressed and have a lot more energy to power through all the stuff that you need to do. So I will be posting a link for that below. You can get more information. Again, it starts on June 19th, and I would love to have you join me for that. And then I wanted to share with you my super snack for today. So this is one of my favorite. Literally, I just went and threw this on a plate like 2 minutes before I came and jumped on this live. So I have sliced raw zucchini. I eat it like chips, kind of, and I sprinkled it with ground cumin and a little bit of cayenne pepper. If your kids don't like spicy, don't do the cayenne pepper, just do the cumin. It's just a really mild, kind of Tex-Mex-ish sort of flavor. And I eat it just like chips. And then what I do is I dip it in this avocado puree. I prep the avocados ahead of time, so it saves me a ton of time. I'll get like a whole bag of avocados from Costco, and when they're ripe, because you know how they all go ripe like at the exact same time, then you can't use them all before some of them start going bad. So what I do is I take them all and peel them and put them in a bowl, and I mash them all up, and I throw some lemon or lime juice in there, mix it up, and then I use an ice cube tray, and I fill each little ice cube tray container with the avocado mash, freeze it. Then I'll dump those cubes into a Ziploc freezer bag, and I just keep that in the freezer. So when I'm ready for my snack, like I just did today, I pop 1 or 2 cubes into my little ramekin and defrost it in the microwave for like a minute, and it's good to go. And I have my snack. And avocados are an awesome, awesome snack for energy because they have very satiating fats that are good for your brain. And also, hi Kate, they're great for your brain, so memory, focus, all that good stuff. All your healthy fats are good for that. So avocado is another one. Yesterday I mentioned chia seeds. Today it's avocado. And I love to do that. I usually do that snack at least 1 or 2 times a week. Helps me power through the afternoon. My kids like to eat it with me, so it's seriously like a one-stop shop. I don't have to be in the kitchen. I said I'm in the kitchen all the time because I am, because I love being in the kitchen, but I don't have to be in there cooking individual meals or making individual snacks for all of us all the time, because we eat the same stuff. So that's that. I will post more information for you below about the 7-day workshop, and I am looking forward to seeing you again here tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and I'm looking forward to seeing you then. Bye.